The current state of Overwatch, especially when we're talking about the cast of heroes, is the state of constantly changing. Nerfs and buffs, reworks, complete total changes frequently. By the week, by the day almost, it feels like we're seeing a new set of patch notes. So I know how the title makes it look. Automatically you're like, Overwatch, constantly buffing and changing heroes. Man, what are they thinking? We just want to enjoy the game. But first, that's the notion that a lot of people seem to be giving off online, on Reddit especially. Parts of the community seem to be not a big fan of constant changing in our game. And it's actually kind of weird because this is something we didn't see before. As me, I've been playing since, well, actually season 0. I played when the game was quick play only. Since I've been playing since season 1 of competitive Overwatch, I have seen the rate of change in which our game has moved. So Overwatch, as we all know, has always been a changing game. Heroes have always been buffed, nerfed, whatever. But the rate at which they were was not like how it is now. Right now, we are seeing a constant buffing and nerfing, change, rework, any sort of change. We're seeing constant change in our heroes. It almost feels like by the day. And it was not like that before. It used to be about a month or two, maybe even more of waiting before we would see some sort of significant change in a hero or something that absolutely needed nerf. And this is a good thing. The title makes this video look like it's going to be terrible and that I'm just going to be hating on Blizzard for constantly changing the game. But this is actually a fantastic thing. We are coming out of what was known as probably the worst season, I'm hoping, the worst season in the game's history. I don't want to have another one of those going forward. Season 10 was not a fun time to be around, and the Overwatch team seems to have recognized that. They're listening to the community feedback, and I guess it's not really as much feedback as like gunfire, torches, and pitchforks. The Overwatch team has seen how unhappy everyone was with Season 10, and is kicking it to high gear to try to get us as far away from that as possible. Season 11 has some promising changes for us, and we're halfway through the season so far. The game has felt fantastic and has felt nothing like Season 10. So in my opinion, I think the rate of change at which the heroes are being buffed, nerfed, reworked, I think it's fantastic, and I like this a lot better than how it was before. Even though technically Seasons 1 through 3 were my favorite of all time, I still like the rate of change at which things are moving right now. And as a lot of us who have silver portraits or a lot of bronze star portraits, gold, platinum portraits, a lot of us that have been playing this game for a really long time, it's very welcoming to see some of these changes happening so fast because it gives a fresh taste in our mouth. The Overwatch team is doing a great job, as we've even seen with the start of Season 11. As we all know, the looking for game system was added. We're getting appropriate nerfs, buffs, and reworks. Things seem to be going in a generally great direction. And no, I haven't been sponsored by Blizzard. I'm not kissing up to them unless they send me a free t-shirt. I keep it real with you guys, and as someone with over 1,000 hours in this game and plays in the higher end of the competitive ELO ladder, I feel like I have a good sense of when we're in a bad spot with the game and where we're in a good spot. Right now, it seems like going forward, we're in a pretty great spot. If you started playing Overwatch in Season 10, I'm really sorry, because that is not usually how the game plays out. The Overwatch team is doing whatever they can to push the game out of the direction that Season 10 was. And it seems to be working, because the game feels great right now. The constant buffing and nerfing of all the heroes feels very welcomed. And that's where the key takeaway point from this whole video lies. And that is, it's not necessarily a bad thing that our game keeps changing. It's not a bad thing that Blizzard has a very hands-on approach currently to buffing and changing the heroes to the game's best liking. I hope you guys have had some great games this season. I've had a pretty decent one so far. I have 2 of my 3 accounts have been able to get to GM, and it's looking like a really good season. I'm having a lot of fun in the matches. And also, when the last video came out, I was in North Carolina, so I'm back in Ohio now, able to shoot this and upload it. And in about 2 weeks, I will be moving again. So this backdrop is going to be completely different. I'm going to be moving into an apartment, and I'm looking forward to that. We'll be able to crank out some pretty sweet videos there. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of this season like I am. Can't wait for Hammond to get in. Gonna have a lot of fun rolling around and just smashing people into pancakes. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. Take care.
I need to use my ult from spawn. Dragon's coming in from spawn.
Do it in the middle.
Go, dragon, go. He's doing spawn tire. Dude, you
Dude,
guys are nuts!
Hanzo's so mad.
We can't lose. We can't lose.